awkward silence. But what's up, my humans? How's it going? Hopefully all is well. In a wild twist, we're gonna do another cabin video. Oh, you thought that crap ended? Well, joke's on you, buddy. This crap will never end. It's like the lawnmower. Once we finish, we start from the scratch. But guys, before we dive into the mess, I guess we could do like a little bit of recapping. And this is the cabin. This is the little shed that we actually kind of started this channel off. Now, I made videos before the cabin as well, but it was all junk. Nobody watched that nonsense. After the cabin though, things started to pick up. And you know, I think it took us like, what was it, like 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4, something like that. And we did end up like, well, we started off from this, and we ended up with that. It took us actually many years to achieve what we have right now. And I'm not gonna dive into it right now, what we did from the start and how we ended up here. Actually, I'm kind of looking to make like a shorter video, you know, some type of monologue, I guess. Glue all the episodes together, because I think we had like 30 something or 26 or something like that. There's a lot of videos on this log cabin actually, and I want to glue all of them together to make like a single quick recap of the cabin itself. And not just outside work, inside work as well. We're gonna get to that a bit, but you know, I haven't done it yet because there's at least 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 jobs that we still need to do. And I'm gonna try to tackle one of them with this video. At least that's the goal. So let's just kind of get to the mess, figure out what's going on. Oh look, the cabin. Basically, I think the title kind of says what we're planning to do, and you know, I want to finish the kitchen countertops and kitchen things basically. The last time we were inside the cabin, I think it was more than a year ago, a little bit, and I think we're just kind of finished like odd ends or stuff like that, and then furnished with old stuff, I guess. Oh, we did that area as well, where we have clothes. And oh, by the way, if you did not know what we use the cabin for, then I use it daily for changing in and out of work clothes. So I come here in the morning, fire up the fire stove if it's too cold. If it's not, then not. Change my clothes, get to work. By the end of the day, come back, change the clothes again, and go to the main house. We don't actually sleep here. I only use it to like change the clothes. And I think this is a perfect option or perfect opportunity to change the clothes, because I always have like this oily, really dirty clothes, and I don't want them in the main house. So this is like a perfect option for that, right? My own little closet, so to speak, with a heater. And that's actually the reason I haven't finished the kitchen countertops and sinks and the ovens and refrigerators, that sort of nonsense, because I don't really need any of that crap here in the clothing department. You know, I got all that nonsense in the main house, so I haven't really had the need for it here. That's why I haven't tackled it, because it's not like a priority thing. I mean, I have far more important stuff to do, like fix the giravets or something like that. However, you know, right now I do have a little bit of time, because it's you know, outside, it's winter time, and during this stupid season we get like 6 or 7 hours of daylight per day, and it's really annoying to film anything outside. So inside projects kind of make more sense, right? Let's go inside. I'm kind of hoping that it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Now all the cabinets you see right now, this is what Santa Claus brought over from Finland. And I'm kind of hoping to more glue or duct tape some of them together. But I also want to have some type of a personal touch here. And I was thinking maybe use the cabinets, but make like a custom countertop. Actually, the cabin has quite a bit of custom touch to it. You know, for example, the cookie floor we have down there, those are wooden cookies, those are rock cookies. So that has actually held up pretty good. I'm kind of liking that. Apart from some wild scratches everywhere, you know, epoxy floor is kind of prone to that, I guess. I haven't really had any issues with this floor whatsoever. It's pretty solid overall. We did a custom staircase build as well. And I think this is pretty cool. Oh. Let's turn on the sun. Oh, much better. Look at that, the custom staircase. I needed something custom here actually. I did not have any room for a straight staircase, so I just kind of welded a bunch of G-channels together and bolted them to the wall. And it seems to work out pretty good. Pretty strong. I don't see anything fading over here. Oh right, we did a custom floor upstairs as well. Where's the button? Nope. Oh, there's the button. Nice, I really like this floor. It's kind of shiny, I guess, but you know, all the different types of wood that I put here. Now this is, by the way, this whole floor, all the lumber in the floor, it came from around here on the property. I milled all the lumber, then waited for it to dry, sent it through a planer to make all the blanks same thickness, and then just put the puzzle together. And a bunch of epoxy on top. That was the most expensive part, by the way, but totally worth it. I think this floor came out pretty neat. Yeah, also like the bottom floor ceiling. This is all custom as well. My own made lumber in the ceiling. And you know, that's why I want to add a custom touch to the setup here as well. But the sucky part is that I don't really have a lot of room here. I mean, I can't put it right against the glass. I mean, there probably needs to be like a gap here, so I need to start from somewhere over there. Can't go very far as well. Maybe I need to stop with the chimney, or actually before this piece. I wanna stop right over there, but maybe I'm gonna continue, think of something. And as always, I don't really have a vision. I'm just gonna start off from A and try to get to W somehow. Luckily, I don't know my ABC, so we can just kind of skip there. And now I'm probably not gonna use all of what we see here. I do have some options right here as well. I mean, if we can't figure out the situation over there, then maybe we can grab some stuff from here, because there's like 2 sets of kitchen furniture here as well. But maybe these are not good, or maybe they don't fit. And for example, this would be like a cool option, but it's kind of big. So what I'm trying to say here is that I have no idea what to make. We're just gonna start off with something and try to figure out the next step, like we always do. So I'm gonna put some other clothes on because I'm gonna melt inside there. And then let's get to work, bro. No guys, I'm not being sponsored by I know whatever that is. I don't even know what they are. You know, Santa Claus just brought me a bunch of sweaters and t-shirts. And you know me. I never say no to free stuff. And deep down, deep down, I'm a Joseph person. About the plumbing setup though, you know, I was kind of hoping that maybe Santa Claus would do that part, but no, it's very likely that he won't have enough time. So most likely I have to do it myself as well, although I haven't really done plumbing ever. But then again, how hard can it be? I mean, you just need to connect a bunch of stuff together, right? I mean, all you really need is some duct tape and zip ties. Am I right? Ooh. Duct tape and zip ties. First things first though, I need to shorten this incoming water line. It's definitely gonna get in the way. But I'm not gonna make any plumbing setups just yet. Hopefully that's not a mistake. I'm pretty sure we should have water pressure here, I think. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna cut it short there and deal with it later, you know. Right now it's just too long, it's gonna get in the way. I think I should be able to use that connection if I got the pipe shorter as well, right? I'm not really sure about that right now. Maybe this is like a one-time thing. And once you press the thing onto the pipe, then maybe you can't undo it anymore. Okay guys, so I may have like a couple of minutes here to quickly do this part. The super sister told me that she's currently heating the fireplaces and she needs the water for some reason. So, I mean, it shouldn't take long, right? Oh, and I have no idea why would you need water to heat the fireplaces, so don't ask. I'm afraid that band is so tightly around the pipe that it's not gonna come off. Maybe. Oh, there's an inner thing as well. Yikes. Okay, got that moving. Piss off! kuhu see lendas nüüd noh, mul on toda ka vaja ju. Vittu, see kukkus veel põranda jälle kuhugi noh. Pürasin põrandasse nii palju auke, kõik asjad kaovad sinna ära. I mean, I think I almost got it. I don't think these are designed to be used multiple times, perhaps. Should be fine though. Found the thing as well. Yippee! Dude, what is this doing here? Oh my! I told you I'm not good at this. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, I think that's gonna hold. But anyway, I need to put some type of a collection together now. You know, that thing is called a multi-tool for a reason. You can also use it as a hammer, if you did not know that. It would be cool if I had both of those holes under one cabinet. Honestly. I don't have the right thing right now. I need something that has this on both ends, basically. I'm just gonna put this extension there. Deal with it later. Yeah, some of that sweet vanilla pudding. Yeah. Man. Firewood. Oh, very good. Oh, very good. I think it's going fantastically great so far. I'm gonna go on a lunch break now. Okay, what the crap is next? This part. I don't really have like a IKEA manual how to assemble this stuff. So we're just gonna roll it. Maybe it's not gonna be original. But who even cares about that? Oh, this is too short. And something has to go next to it. I'm pretty sure that part goes there. No other way. I'm pretty sure these will go up there somewhere. Like that. There's 3 of those. Odd size. Bigger guy as well. Now I do have some legs here, so something is missing legs. This guy doesn't even have like a bottom. So probably not that guy. Yeah, I hate putting IKEA stuff together. Especially if you're missing half the parts plus don't have the manual. Then it's extra fun. And this is the only cabinet that actually has some leg mounts. Nothing else has them. So I'm guessing nothing else goes on the floor. Height might be a bit problematic now. I'm not sure if it's gonna even fit. It should fit, yeah. Kurat, see pliit võib perse minna, mul ei ole seda vaja. Vetsupotist alla lasta pärast. But anyway guys, I think I got most of the stuff sorted out. I mean, that guy will go there, but I'm not sure if it's gonna go there or a bit further there. Figure that bit out later. This is gonna stay there, this is probably gonna stay there. The smaller things will go up top on the window. Actually the length is like almost perfect, it's only like 20 millimeters short. But who's even gonna notice that? And big boy might go up there, but maybe if it's not gonna look good, then I'm not gonna put it there. However, we have a couple of empty spots that we need to fill. So currently we have nothing there, and figured maybe we can put something here as well. Concerning cabinets, I think we don't need anything else. I mean, we're gonna have a bunch of them upstairs. That big guy, bunch of little ones, and also you can hide a body in there as well. So we don't need cabinets anymore, and I figured I do have a couple of like appliances, I guess. The next door. I mean, we have a washing machine there. Then we'll wash the dishes. And I'm pretty sure we have Supermom's old, you know, the electric stove thing. It's probably in the corner over there. So digging that out is gonna be fun. But, you know, technically we could fill those 2 holes with these 2 appliances. I'm not sure if they work or not, but, you know, last time they worked, like 3 years ago, but they've been sitting here. Maybe they still work. About the heater though, no, not that one, the other one. That one requires 3-phase power. And if you guys remember, I do have like a couple of problems with that setup in the cabin. Currently we only have 2-phase power here. And once we set everything up, then the electrician who connected everything together, he told me that there's an issue with the 3rd phase and he needs to disconnect it to avoid fires. But you know, that same electrician came to me a couple of weeks ago, I think, and he told me he discovered an issue where 1 phase is kind of not registered correctly, or it's kind of hard for me to explain it. I'm not really sure how to put it in context. He basically told me that maybe there's nothing wrong with the wiring, and he just kind of needs to recheck that. And if that's the case, then we do have 3 phases in the cabin, and nothing's really wrong. He hasn't checked it yet, but knowing that information, maybe it's a good idea to install that 3-phase stove here. After all, might get that to work in the end. The easier option would be to just kind of install that guy here somehow, but I have no idea how it's gonna fit or where it's supposed to even go. I mean, nothing kind of matches up. I'm thinking this part is missing something. Plus, it doesn't have, you know, the thing up top, so you can only like make food inside the box. Or maybe if you make a fire inside the box, then you can also cook eggs up top. But that seems kind of sketchy, so maybe we're just gonna ditch this guy after all. So I'm gonna go dig out the washing machine first, and then try to see maybe that guy will fit in there. Color looks a bit different. What is that, mold? Dude, I think that's mold. Yeah. Be gone, pints of useless spores. But still, and it's a bit more yellowy. The color is not pure white. I don't think it's a problem though. We can definitely try to paint the thing later, right? The inside looks pretty good actually. I mean, it's kind of frozen, but inside looks pretty okay. Might even work. I'm not gonna test it right now though. The thing is just completely frozen at the moment. Electrolux. I mean, that's a pretty fancy company, right? Oh, look. We got the ATV snowplow there. I thought I scrapped that. Oh, you guys wanna come too? Okay, I thought you wanted to see the snowplow. Oh, whatever. If you guys remember me building that thing, then I mean, if you're still hanging in there, then kudos. Wow, it's been a while. This guy is such a relic. You know, normal people just kind of order kitchen sets and then like hire a guy who's gonna set everything up. But yeah, Spans just kind of tries to put a kitchen set together from 3 different kitchen sets, and also pulls a couple of frozen appliances from the next door neighbor. And you know, somehow by the end of the video, everything is Everything should work, I hope. What a mess. And actually guys, this thing is not 3-phase, this is single phase. I mean there's only 3 wires here, so 2 live wires and a neutral. According to Google AI, that's a single phase setup. Single phase uses 1 alternating current, 2 hot wires plus neutral for general use. So this does not require 3 live wires. It will work with the current setup I have in the cabin because we do have 2 phases active at the moment. I could just kind of hook it up and it should work. I mean, for example, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that this is a dedicated. This is under a dedicated breaker, so that's a different phase, and down there is a different phase. So I could just kind of pull power from both of these sockets and then technically could power this thing right here. So this actually works pretty good, but right now I'm thinking I want to put something there, but I'm not really sure what. I'm gonna try to figure something out. Maybe something will fit. Hey, maybe if I say something one more time, then something will definitely fit. Okay, I did find something. I mean, it's not quite a thing, but we'll get some extra space. It's not quite deep. But once we put some legs on it, then it's almost gonna match. 59. Pretty close, right? Definitely don't need this part. Look at that. More of that moldy nonsense. But I think that fits a bit better. And yeah, I think I can do the plumbing later. I can run all the water pipes to the boiler under the cabinet. And I'm not really sure where the boiler is going to be at the moment though. I don't even have a boiler. We'll worry about that later. Maybe you're going to swap this crap out as well. I think I had something with it. Please fit, please fit, please fit, please fit. Whoa, look at that. Much better. Right? But anyway guys, I think that's about it. The complete setup. The kitchen is ready. Go make me an omelette. I'm hungry. But we still have the upper cabinets to install. But probably gonna do that at the very end. Right now I think we need to line everything up correctly. And then I need to probably make some type of a custom countertop, which makes everything smooth. Now for the countertops, I did store a bit of lumber inside the cabin. Now this was done a long time ago, so it's been kind of drying here for a really long time now. But I'm kind of hoping to make some type of a custom countertop out of these planks. So we're gonna do a bit of woodworking as well in this video, I guess. And I think this setup should work, honestly. I mean, it's a pretty small kitchen slash living room and slash closet. It's like one big happy room. Everything's included, including the mold, especially the mold. But yeah, let's just kind of get to work. Let's try to set everything in place nicely. Need them to be on the same line, technically. I'm not sure if I can put them all against the wall or not. Maybe some of them are wider, but I guess we'll see. Let's try to figure this mess out. The first thing that we need to install is the dishwasher. I need to get that thing as close as possible to the water pipe so I could get this thing a bit further away from the wall. Also, I need to rise it up a bit, but it looks like this thing has like adjustable legs, so that's good. And it has like a hex head, maybe you need to turn it down. Turn it out. Maybe not. But that works. That also works. Why doesn't this work? There's like a locking function. Maybe this thing is a bit broken. Oh, I think this is like... This is an engineered part. Something you can turn it from down there, actually. These ones are straight, but this has like a gear. What does it go there? This is not my thing. I'm not an IKEA manufacturer, but I'd rather weld some crap together. This is actually kind of fun. Kind of starting to like this stuff. Maybe I should quit making videos and just go work at the IKEA factory, assembling crap together. What do you think, guys? Nah, I'd rather go run for president. But you know, about these two, I'm not really sure what to do here. If I rise this guy up to that level, then I'm gonna have a weird gap down there. But if I leave it there, then I'm gonna have a weird cap up there. So, plus that one doesn't have any legs. But technically I don't need any legs. I mean, it would be great to level. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put some type of wall to cover the legs up anyway, later. So it's not that important. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy on the same height as this guy, and then I'm gonna add like a extra little compartment here to to store a bunch of I don't know, dust. Always need a space for that. Ow! Look at that.
My future employer.
No, nice aim on ja, täitsa lõpp vend raisk. Kes sul lubas välja tulla? Mis sa lasid kruviga nüüd selle välja või? Täitsa lõpp, no. Mis kuradi snaiper sa oled, ma ei saa aru, no. What a lucky shot. Look at that. And it spans adjusters. Even if this thing doesn't work, then it's gonna serve a purpose. I doubt anyone is even gonna use it, but it's just gonna serve like a placeholder purpose, so there's no hole in the thing. I mean, that counts for something, right? Oh, look at that. I thought this guy was dead. Guy was just chilling on the thing. I guess not. Guess he's waking up now. Maybe I should go take him outside. He can go back to sleep. Man. Look at that. You can almost fry eggs on it. Well, that's a lot of room to adjust. I think I'm just gonna put something extra under it later once I make the countertop. Because I want this to be flat with the countertop. Right now it's gonna be under it. But you know, right now I don't even know how thick the countertop is gonna be. So we'll figure that part out later. Yeah, that'll work. Siia ei ole vist vaja, on ju. Siia oleks vaja ja siis siia oleks vaja midagi. Okay guys, so regarding the custom countertop which I'm planning to make here, I want to make something out of epoxy, you know, but I want to incorporate those planks into the situation as well. It's gonna be like a single piece which will glue that part together, and I will probably screw it there as well. But the washing machine will be separate, so that's not gonna be part of the epoxy club. So if we need, we can pull this guy out for whatever reason. But now in order to do that, I need to create like a base for it. I need to make sure that the epoxy doesn't like go on the floor over there. That would be a catastrophe, a very expensive one. So we need to create like a formwork for it. And I think I'm gonna make it out of same plywood, the film veneer or waterproof plywood. I'm not sure, however, if the epoxy is gonna stick to it, you know. It might, or it might not. This is a pretty slippery surface. I'm not really sure about that. But even if it doesn't stick, honestly, it's not a problem. It just needs to be like a temporary support so the liquid doesn't pour down. It also needs to seal the area. But I'm probably gonna do the epoxy bore after everything else is finished, you know? And one more thing, I'm probably not gonna install like a boiler. I just kind of realized keeping hot water inside the cabin 24/7 makes no sense. I mean, if no one's even gonna use it, I would probably use it like once per day. Really not worth it. So instead of a water boiler, I was thinking maybe install one of those faucets, which has a heating element in it. So once you open the tap, the heating element starts, and then after a while you start getting hot water from it. I think that's a better option than putting a boiler inside the cabin right now, because I don't even have a bathroom or a washroom or anything like that here right now. So it wouldn't really make sense to install a boiler. Maybe in the future. I think the backup idea is a bit better. Plus I have a convenient little outlet there as well for the thing. So it's like someone already thought about this situation. Oh, look at that, bro. Countertop ready. Let's go make a sandwich. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should make the hole right now. Maybe be a bit creative when making like the epoxy surrounding for it. Plus I wouldn't waste epoxy, right? If I board the center as well and then later cut it out, it's gonna be waste. That stuff is expensive. Maybe I should go with this method instead. Kuradi sitt drill nahku. Kuradi kepp see on. Ah türa see. Beste pisser! Oh no! It's been an accident. Call the Air Force. Man, do we even need to build anything else? Look at that. Just install the faucet. I'm sure the water will go somewhere. You know, maybe later I can also put this thing inside the epoxy itself. So that would just kind of seal it with the entire countertop. I would need to make one hell of a barrier though, so the epoxy wouldn't leak down. Although epoxy seems like this thick liquid, like very thick oil, but dude, that stuff is like water. It will leak through every freaking crack it can find. Now I think let's return back to the countertop a bit later. Maybe we can install the top boxes next. Look at that. It's like a perfect match for the window width. Excellent. I just need to glue that crap up there somehow. Maybe super glue. I have to put it lower though. I mean somewhere over there I think. If I put it against the ceiling then I can open it. But it also has to be strong. I may need to store my leftover concrete from a project up there. So it has to hold. Something has happened to this guy. Battery is full, but it has no power whatsoever. I mean, you can even hear the guy just kind of very slow. It's like it has no power. Or I mean, the battery is dead, but the 2 bars there. You know, I don't have like a full battery at the moment. This is 3 bars. Still the same sound. Maybe it has something to do with cold. I mean, it's kind of cold. I have no idea where the supports are though. I mean, they're somewhere. But no idea where. Wait a minute. Dude, I did mark them out. Look at that. Got a line there, got a line there, lines up with that. Got a line there. Wow. There. Sometimes you just need to look up, right? And not drill 100 holes in the wall. Looking for gold. Luckily, I'm a master crap coverer. Bring in the concrete. Wait a minute. I think this actually needs to be here. So the thing would open there. Right now it's going to open in the center. This needs to be there. And the middle one is the middle one. Whoopsie daisy. Engineer ants. Messed everything up again. Look at that! And Spence has fancy cabinets. I mean doors. None of that Soviet BS that doesn't close. Or you need a hammer to close it. Mean! Look at that crap! Man, look at that. Now it's so perfect that doesn't close anymore. Nüüd juhtus, ma ei saa aru. Mis see seal teeb? Finally, guys. I've been actually waiting for about half a year in order to somehow incorporate this fix into a video. It just came out of nowhere. It's been broken for a while. But in order to further support this, I'm gonna just drive some vertical screws somewhere over there. But not right up front. I'm gonna take it maybe on that board. Just to not make it so obvious, I guess. Yeah. Doesn't look weird at all. Well, to be honest, you can't even see the screws. I mean, they're there, but they're hidden behind like a shadow effect, I guess. See that dark line? That kind of hides the screws pretty good, honestly. I can't really make out anything from this distance, and as you go closer, then they completely disappear. So I think this will work. Guys, shouldn't fall down for no reason. Unless I do put that concrete there, which I should definitely not do. But next up, I want to put something above the stove. And I don't think like a cabinet is a good idea. Now I do have this little thing over here. This ventilation cacanua. Whatever that means. But I think this will go above the fire or oven or the electric stove. I'm not sure if it works though. Probably not. Santa Claus found this thing somewhere as well and brought it here, but this was many years ago. But maybe it works. It does have some type of a wire coming out of it on the end. Maybe we can plug it in and it will suck something. I'm pretty sure it's also missing a couple of parts. For example, there should be some type of a grill, right? I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that. Or maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. I haven't really installed any of this type of stuff before. I'm guessing that's some type of a filter that you can replace perhaps. Maybe it traps that greasy stuff. But other than that, well, actually there were a couple of more parts for this setup. We have a piece of stainless like that, and a slightly bigger piece like that. I'm guessing it's kind of went up top somehow. Then the fumes were guided out. But now obviously I can't use these here on my setup. I need to do like a custom thing. I think my best bet would be to just kind of take it through the wall straight outside. Put like a little turn and then go straight through the wall. That should work, right? I mean, even if it doesn't work, I think it's still worth installing, because it's just gonna generate a natural draft as well, right? It has like a little electric motor thing inside there. I'm guessing this needs to spin in order to suck the grease in. Not sure what these buttons mean though. Like 0, 1, 2, 3, maybe that's speed. What's that? I guess it works. Dude, I did not know that I even touched something. Because the buttons are very sensitive. Ooh. Man. Dude, that's like a turbojet engine. Wow. That's really powerful actually. What do the other buttons do? What the crap is int? I guess that's the on button. And that's like a timer, I guess. I'm not really sure how you can set that. Is there a panel somewhere? I'm not sure. Oh, look at that, we got a light as well. Wow, and it works. What does F mean? I'm not sure what the F means. Or does. Seems like a very fancy little thing. I wonder how much stuff like this would cost. Probably a lot, right? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna install it above the stove, yeah. I'm not sure about the grill though. I mean, it would look a lot better if it had a grill as well. Maybe I'm gonna make something myself. Not really sure about that right now. Sadly I can't take it very high, but I don't think I need to take it very high. Slightly above. The thing should work just fine. Oh, it needs to be on this side. Somewhere there. Oh, no. It needs to be lower. I need some room for the plumbing as well. I can't take it up vertically. I have no room. I mean, I have nowhere to go up there. It's gonna hit the roof. Plus, I don't want to go through the roof. So I definitely need to go through the wall. Need to turn. I'm not sure, but maybe I have something that I can make the connection out of. Okay guys, so I don't really have anything to put there, but I figured maybe I can cherry rig some crap together. That doesn't quite go there now. Yeah, I don't have anything, sadly. I mean, this could work, technically, but yeah, I'm gonna go to the local purgatory. Maybe they have something. The local jail had exactly what I needed. Sort of. So we can put that thing there. Then I figured, let's take the pipe down a bit. It's a bit huge. So put that thing there, and they also had this cute little valve. It seems like a one-way valve. Basically, if you turn the fan on, then the air pressure is gonna push the valve open, and once the pump is off, it will automatically close like that. There's like a very tiny spring over there. Doesn't take a lot of energy to open it. So this would actually be good, right? It wouldn't let the cold air into the shed. So I can just one second. I should be able to put that thing there. Yep. Then we need another piece, and then we can go through the wall. We can go through the wall with the plastic pipe. Ma loodan, et on teistpidi. Aga ei ole teistpidi. Siin väga saginok. Need more modifications actually. Actually, there's a little glitch. If I set it up like that, then I can put it against the wall. But I think I have enough room to go there and then do another turn. Like that. Well, like that, yeah. Ignore the bug. So the valve will be inside the wall, probably somewhere in the log, which should work out pretty good, I think. Excellent. There's something there. Okay, that was a fake laugh, but still kind of funny. I think I should go make like a custom hanger or something for this guy. Would be a lot easier to install. Put the hanger first and then the other thing. It's like 23.5 exactly in center. Okay. Dude, that thing was eating that steel away like nothing. Wow. That's pretty cool. Tuli joosiksi suluda, haarab kinni nagu ma ei tea. Don't ask me about the washer, guys. I have no idea what that guy is doing there. Oh, come on. Guess there's a hole there, which is not very good. Yes. Kuradi auk seal. Persse on, siin on kõik ilusti olemas. Oot, seal midagi on. Never mind, guys, the log was spawned in. Bit of a lag, low latency and stuff. I think this will work. It's kind of low though. I wish it was higher. I mean, usually they're higher, right? I'm not really sure. But maybe it's even good. Maybe it's even good. I can't go higher, sadly. Good bunch of crap in the way. I need to put it there. This is maximum height I can do. I mean, this is even pretty close, as you can see. That log will kind of get in the way as well. Maybe we should go that way, actually. What do you guys think? Maybe go through that plank instead. It'd be a bit easier. I think it's a great idea, but there's like a little glitch as well. You know, in the center somewhere is where the two log walls connect. That one and the one which is hiding behind the drywall. And I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of nails and screws and stuff all over the place. So I'm not really sure if maybe we should still go that way. And I think it will look a bit better if it will go through the blank. Plus it's a bit easier to drill and access. You know, these types of decisions I hate. It's like a 2 or 3 options. Usually there's 2, but both are kind of good, and I have to pick something. Whatever. Let's go through the blank. I think that should be a solid option. I think it's gonna look better going that way. Well, let's hope we don't find any screws or nails, while knowing full well that we're gonna find all of them. Especially can't wait for that part. Good news, everyone. We haven't hit anything so far. I'm just checking. Where's the slower speed? Man, that's even faster. I love the density of hardwood. Looks very nice. Dude, don't scare me. Maybe we're gonna get lucky here. That looks like a solid piece of log. Maybe the connection is somewhere else, a bit to the left, perhaps. I mean, that would be pretty good. I do wonder, do they sell like longer hole saws that you can like, that are designed to go through walls? So you wouldn't need to reset the thing every 5 centimeters. I haven't seen them on sale, but maybe you can order them from somewhere. Probably very expensive though, right? I know they make them for rocks. You know, they're like little tunnel boring machines, but are they also made for wood or metal? Sorry. The sucky thing is that if I hit a screw, then that's gonna almost immediately mess up the whole saw. It's gonna be pretty much useless if you wanna like drill steel with that thing. Screws are usually made out of type of steel which is very hard. You know that wood right there, the lighter colored one, you know that stuff is literally more than 130 years old. Right over there. That thing looks like brand new from Home Depot. Absolutely no difference. And as long as the wood stays dry, in a stable environment, away from the sun, the lumber will basically last forever. You know, I think it's just amazing. You know, when that tree was cut down, this tree wasn't even, I don't know, conceived yet. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't even an idea yet. Stupid trees, why are they so interesting? I think we made it through now. Dude, we did not hit anything. What? How lucky was that? We still have like a massive log corner to saw through. Just kinni jäi siin. Okay, hitting like screws, nails, whatever. But dude, having a stuck hole saw in the end of the wall, I did not expect that. Looks like we have a little roadblock there. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe I should make like a little pilot hole from this side and then drill it from the other side. But you know, to be honest, I already tried that when I was making the fresh air valves to the shed. I mean cabin. And that didn't really work. You know, from when I tried to drill from the other side, the hole for some reason was on a different spot. So I think I should try to drill it from this side all the way through, but I need to make the thing longer. Technically I can even leave this on here. I mean, use it as an extension thing, right? This thing doesn't have like a sensitive trigger. It's full speed ahead, matey. It only has one stupid gear. Fresh air. Wait, what? What is that? Dude, no! We're under the roof somewhere. This is not very good. I need to undo a bunch of crap outside in order to access that area. Hence the not good part. But no, maybe it's fine, honestly. We don't need to go outside right now. We can deal with that later. Just put the pipe inside the wall. Yeah, a little change in plans, guys. I'm gonna install the valve, the one-way valve, outside, or as close as possible to the outside perimeter. Now this is kind of important because we don't really want like all the air inside like a metal tube that's inside a warm wall, right? Now what that will generate, especially during the winter time, is condensation on the pipe wall, and that's just gonna like soak into the log wall and mineral wool and whatever is inside that hole. So it would be best if we kept the valve as outside as possible. So I'm just gonna put the pipe through the wall, and later we're gonna try to install the valve on the outside. It should go there. Oh, there we go. It's a very tight fit. Ikka läks jumala mööda see auk vist. Otseselt palju ei taha nagu minna. Idee poolest võiks isegi ära tampida ta sinna. Eureka!
Õiget pidi. Jah, nii.
Oh, that's pretty good. No, I think we can actually leave that like so. No, I did buy like a little exterior mesh. I wanted to install this thing on the outside, but I had no idea it's gonna be up there. That this is kind of pointless, I think. Plus, no, it's closed anyway, right? So no box will get in there. It will only open this way. So that should be good as well. I think we can leave it like that. Oh, actually I can, yeah, I can leave that there. It's stuck between the piece of wood and the wind barrier. Yeah, let's leave it there. Then it's gonna be like a stopper. So I won't push it out. I won't push the pipe out. Dude, look at that precision. Now I'll do a little test. See if the flap will open. And once we turn on the turbine. Oh yeah. Look at that. Works very well. Very good airflow. That works. No idea. No, it looks kind of cute. I really like that color. Yeah. Wait, what? How? How did that happen? Mingi pime munn oled või? Ma ei saa aru. I mean, who the crap stole my paint? Guys, that's not funny. But, yeah, in other news, kitchen is starting to look like the kitchen. I actually thought I'm not gonna be able to put anything together from that weird set I had. But no, honestly, this is starting to look pretty okay. I mean, we're not quite there yet, but yeah, not bad. The next order of business would be electricity stuff. And there's a little issue with that as well. Formally I never planned the kitchen to be here. I mean, against that wall. Originally it was supposed to be, well, that wall and this wall, so 2 walls for the kitchen stuff. And that's why I installed those sockets there, so they would be for the appliances, because the appliances were supposed to be on this side, not here. The sink was only supposed to be here, nothing else. But for some reason that plan did not fly, and we did not go down that route. So now I need to somehow get sockets for the appliances in this area. In addition to that, I need to get rid of this socket and migrate it up there somewhere for this thing. So I need to get a wire going from there to there, seal that up. Oh, I need a wire going from there to there as well for the electric stove. So I would have 2 different live wires down there, and I need to put some sockets here as well for the appliances. And I was thinking maybe some sockets here as well. So like a couple of them there, couple of them there should be enough. But I have no idea where I'm gonna get that power for the sockets. I could hijack it from there, or maybe hijack it from down there. There's a socket there also. So that's gonna be... I don't wanna put any wires on the wall. That's gonna be obvious, no. But technically maybe I can hide it behind the cabinets and stuff. So if I can't go through the wall, if that's like a issue, then maybe I can hide it behind the cabinets. Oh yeah, one more thing. I want to install some type of a light here as well, which would light up the sink area, because those cabinets up there are kind of blocking the light going there. Luckily I had this thing, so it seems to fit here pretty good. Yeah, put that there. And I want to power that light off the same switch. So if I switch that on or off, it will light that lamp and also that lamp, which I'm planning to install. And that's about it, I think, power wise. I don't think I need anything else here. It's just a couple of sockets and somehow get the wiring behind the drywall and then install a light. Yeah. Oh yeah, additionally I was kind of thinking maybe I'm gonna make something here, Sadly I don't really have anything that can fit there that will look nice, maybe except a piece of rebar mesh, but that's probably not gonna work, right? Sadly the local Burgatory also had nothing like useful, I guess. I did buy, just in case, a steel wire mesh. So, I mean, we can try this, but I think it's not gonna work. Maybe this will work as well. I mean, that's probably better than nothing, right? Put a couple of screws down, hopefully it won't hit anything important. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good, right? I was kind of skeptical, but that works pretty good. But anyway, let's deal with the stupid power now. Somewhere like, I don't know, somewhere there. By the ribs. But it looks like a pretty straight drop down. We should reach the bottom socket nicely. Actually, I'm gonna look, maybe I can get up there from here. Oh yeah, that's good. We got... They're separate. Yeah, they're not the same. Siin ei ole hetkel voolu nüüd. Jupp. Aga see... on siis see. Siin ei ole ja siis siin ei ole, jah. Vaan niin eikä. Koska võib-olla saab selle hinna. Aika ma saangi siit hinna. Kuidas see kokku läheb? Oh! And Spence the sniper. Didn't even need stick of truth. Man. And there's a very good reason why electricians make so much money per hour. Dude, they deserve every penny they get.
Old wiring, look at that. It's not color coded or anything, but and someone has painted that one black just to kind of make sure you don't like misconnect stuff here. I'm guessing that's neutral. And the two others are live. One thing though, I'm not really sure about. Do I also need to connect both the neutrals up, or is one enough for this setup? I mean, ground is not part of the party in this situation, but I still have to connect it up. And lives go independently into each live. But I'm not sure about the neutral. Do we need to connect them together? I think it doesn't matter, honestly. It kind of ends up in the same place anyway. I'm just not 100% sure about that. I think we can connect them together. I mean, it just provides like a return path for the power, right? And it all ends up in the same place inside the box where it's gonna explode. Kind of weird why the stove doesn't have ground. I mean, that thing is made out of metal, right? It should have ground as well. Seems kind of unsafe. Maybe it's an old thing where people just got electrocuted and nobody cared. Okay, that should be the thing, I guess. But I'm not gonna test this thing out just yet. I'm kind of skeptical about this setup. So I'm just gonna box it in at the moment. And I'm gonna wait until my neighbor has time to come over. He's an electrician by trade, so he can look it up if it's okay or not. Right now I'm just gonna box it in and we'll test the thing out a bit later, hopefully. Then in the meantime though, let's continue with the other sockets. I found a couple of these socket things. I figured might as well use them. Then I don't need to buy anything. Actually, I have like 20 more of these. So place them apart from each other a bit. Start from there perhaps. And there's probably like a post there. Maybe go a bit more.
Dude, this is so easy. I thought this was gonna be a nightmare. Oh, das ist Keera kuhugi ära nüüd. Ta on seal alla läks. What? Oh, look at that. Don't pull on it, bro. You're in a very good position right now. Ooh. I think we're there. Calabanga! Kurat, käsi liiga paks maa vahel. Look at that. Vivar endoscopy camera. Useful again. There's like a little glitch, man. I don't get it. I can't install the ground wire on both sides. It just physically won't fit in there. I mean, there's no room. Just like go from up there somehow on one side, perhaps. I mean, if I put it there, then there's no room there for the wire whatsoever. I mean, the other side is also rubbing so badly against the wall. And it broke the shielding on the wire. Look at that freaking fit. Why can't they make these things slightly bigger, man? Why do they have to be so tight? I mean, why the crap do the connections have to be on the side here? Why can't they be on the back? Why? I mean, look at that. That thing is just kind of probing out of the thing because there's so much pressure. The entire thing is coming apart. What a stupid ass design. Oh, I have to do one more. Very good. Press fit. Much more room here, yeah. Different design. Also, I hate the push-in locking style. They seem to never work. I don't know. Sometimes you just push it in, it immediately comes out, and then you're like, okay, this is junk. It won't work. I prefer the screw models. You know me, guys. I have a very nice relationship with screws. They just didn't seem to work. That also takes care of that bit. Now for this I'm just gonna make a junction box inside the wall. It's all gonna be. I should probably put some type of a lid on it, but I'm just gonna try to remember and probably put something on it. Actually, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna cover up the entire underside of the window as well. Okay. We'll put some duct tape on it later. But as for power, I think it's actually going pretty well. I was pretty sure that getting those sockets into, wired might be a bit of a headache. But it did end up going pretty well, honestly, apart from pushing the things in. We definitely should have enough stuff for appliances right now. Maybe like a microwave, water boiler. What was the third thing? Toast maker, yeah. Don't need a lot. Oh, refrigerator as well. Yeah, currently I'm not gonna install one, but if we're gonna do that in the future, then probably that thing is gonna go instead of this cabinet. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. However, right now I'm not gonna install it because I'm not gonna put any food into the cabin. I don't need that stuff here at the moment. And that's just gonna take unnecessary amounts of power. And considering how expensive electricity is in Estonia, then it's not really worth it. It's pretty much the same situation as with the boiler. You don't need it, so why even keep it running, right? But next up, the last part of the electricity part would be to install the light. That thing. Kuna see veel katki läks, ma ei saa aru, mingi sitt plastik raisk, puhud peale ja murdub pooleks. No, I'm just discussing, guys, how I'm gonna wire this crap. Because I'm pretty sure I can't go under the drywall in this scenario. It's gonna be quite a bit longer, and it needs to go from there all the way to there. I have a plan. So I'm gonna swap that socket out, something that has a double, possibly the same thing I installed there. And I'm gonna run extra wire the same way I have that one there, go up there, just above the wood, through the corner. Now this is probably gonna be the only area where the wire is gonna be noticeable, but maybe I can like write it on the ceiling line, and then it's not gonna be that noticeable. And from here I can probably put the wire through the cabinet, or maybe like install it at the very end. Then I think there's like a little gap here, yeah, run it through that. It's okay, guys. I know that electricity stuff, is always the most exciting part of the video, and you guys have constantly told me this. And this is why I always show you everything, because for some weird reason you absolutely love it. power as well. Pretty close to zero. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Oh man, this is the super short version. I'm not now I remember this. This was very short. Maybe I need to extend it. I don't think I can fit that there. This thing was very short. I recall it was a huge pain to actually install this. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna extend it with something because never got the wires short, guys. Always got them longer. That doesn't work. What? What happened? Okay, I'm kind of curious because I mean you can't really do anything wrong there. Plug and play. It's like connecting up a PlayStation controller. It shouldn't matter on which side they do the wiring, right? It should carry on to the other side, regardless on which side you install it. I mean, these two should be connected. Yep. These two should also be connected. Yep. These two should not be connected. Yep. Yep. So what's going on? What happened there? Why did that just kind of walk out of the situation, bro? Dude, I told you I hate these freaking push-in things. They don't work. Everything looked cool, and then you kind of push the thing inside the wall, and then the wires just leave the server. I hate them. I'm pretty sure this was the issue. Still nothing. What? Where is my power? What's going on? Oh, maybe. Wait a minute. No, that shouldn't be the case. Kind of confusing. Okay, so there's the power. Yeah, I have power. That's not the problem. Has to be this. Maybe it does matter which way you connect it. Yeah, let's flip it the other way then. See if it matters or not. Works now. Weird. Maybe it don't. I don't get it. Why would it not work the other way? Yeah, now it works. Probably like a good reason, but I can't figure it out right now. I mean, they're connected. Maybe that's not connected. Dude, that's not connected. Why is that not connected? Holy shit, you're telling me I need to undo all those sockets again? Because of this? Yeah, these two are not connected for some reason. I mean, why? It's just a bunch of blanks. Okay, I can see that there's like a X over there. So that kind of points towards not connected, I guess. It would be super convenient. Dude, this means I need to undo all the other sockets because I connected everything the same way. Which is not necessarily a bad thing because you guys like power work, right? So we can just do everything all over again. Maybe next time I should try to read the instructions rather than common sense everything. Click. Ooh. Excellent news, guys. I can find my duals now. Holy crap, what a mess. But you know, that actually looks pretty good. I kind of like that warm white color. Shines up the area pretty good. But, you know, excuse me now. I'm gonna redo all those sockets. Mainly because I suck. But you know, it's fine, it's okay. At least you guys can enjoy every second of it. And actually, it wasn't that bad. I mean, they fit a bit better installed correctly, but still quite tight. But I think there's only one more thing left to do, and that would be the countertop. So I'm gonna clean everything up here, then let's try to figure that mess out. Okay, so I spotted that thing while I was shopping for the supplies, and yeah, it was only like €6 per sheet. And I figured maybe this might actually look pretty decent here, but I'm not really sure, honestly. it's just the end of that, yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll put it here. No, I think that will look a bit better than that piece of crap yellowy stained white paint. Plus it will provide some protection, right? You know, when you whip up pancakes and eggnog goes flying, at least the wall is protected from that mess. I think it's pretty good. I think we should, however, remove a bit of it so I could put it flat with the thing. And later, you know, with the stove, I'm not really sure what height the stove will be at as of right now. We'll figure that part out later. And I did buy, just in case, another piece of this as well, so I could put like a second layer here also, all the way up to the turbine, right? So I could cover the entire thing up, including the junction box inside the wall. We'll join these together. We'll join together nicely. No gap. Jah, on küll võimalik idee poolest jätta kivi järgi ka. Wow. Welcome to my chemical department. High temperature sealant. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get that hot. Dude, I just need some glue. Arctic sealant. I think that goes together with the high temperature one. Neutral sealant. What is going on? Extreme fix. And this thing says 200 kilos per square meter, but you know, this thing says 350 kilos per square meter. So let's go with the bigger number. Best before 2017. I'm pretty sure it's not that at the moment. Dude, this is concrete. How am I supposed to use this? It's okay, we'll just use the rear door. Okay, this is all junk, look at that. Can't use that. Maybe the super fix still works. I should seriously consider drawing most of that stuff out, honestly. It's 2017, what? That thing has ended. Oh, look at that. We got some vanilla pudding over there. Dude, what the hell, look at that. 5 tons per cubic meter. Final strength. I should start buying this stuff instead of making concrete. Dude, if we need to pull this panel off for some reason, then we're just gonna pull the wall off the wall. It's not very good, but whatever. Sinna ei pidanud panema ju, kuradi tark pea raisk. paned liimi sinna otse pistiku pessa ja nii jobur raisk. sa just ütlesid endale ei pane sinna ja siis kohe paned sinna. täitsa aju vend noh. I mean look at that, I think that's not gonna go anywhere. Bro, this is gonna stay there forever. This stuff actually glues down pretty good. Very strong. Didn't account for the depth of this thing. Yeah, it's not even gonna reach. I need to bring the socket out a bit. Maybe I can put something in the thing. Whoops, ants pants messed up again. No surprise there. That actually worked pretty good. Just put like a little nut between the tinga but cheap. Yes. Next order of business. I need to make some type of barrier for the board job. So my goal is that I'm gonna flatten one of the blank pieces. Maybe do, not sure at the moment. I think I'm not gonna be able to fit more than one into this area. And then I'm gonna place it here somehow. And I was thinking maybe some decorative rock around as well, and then we're gonna pour everything into epoxy mix. But you know, I have to make sure that the epoxy does not leak out from anywhere, so I have to make like a very watertight barrier around the entire thing. So this is gonna be a good base. It's not gonna leak through the plywood, but this has to be sealed. That end has to be sealed. Also the sides, on all sides. Now maybe I can use the box over here as a sidewall for that area, but everything else has to be dammed off. Basically, I'm gonna use two types of sealants. Now, first of all, I'm gonna silicone everything, and just to be safe, we're gonna use tape as well. Hopefully that will be enough to make sure that nothing leaks. So I bought a total of 15 liters of epoxy resin. And hopefully it's enough for this project, but if it's not, then we're gonna always order more. If you're curious, then for 15 liters of epoxy in Estonia costs about 250 euros. But actually it came from Latvia, yeah, not Estonia. I don't think like you can directly go and buy epoxy in Estonia. at like at Home Depot. They don't have it, so I just kind of ordered it online. Maybe you need like special permission to sell that stuff. Not really sure. It's quite toxic. Kuidas see siit ära tuleb? I mean, epoxy itself is safe once it cures, but in its liquid form, it is very toxic. Definitely need to wear some type of safety harness. You know, something like you use on a rock climbing experience, for example. Ikkagi natukene vaadata, ma arvan, et siit, et nagu selle sisemise pinne ära tal on ja now this will remain like a lost formwork, so I'm not planning to recover this. No sir. It's gonna be part of the thing. And I think this will work just fine. But I'm not sure if I can put I can submerge this part into epoxy as well. Maybe I just have to silicone it down later once everything gears up. Now this thing is like bent all over the place for some reason. I don't think I can properly set it into the wet epoxy. Probably not. Well, that should be pretty secure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the box is gonna be like, oh, you secured everything up so nicely. Silicone and all. Well, joke's on you, mister. I'm just gonna leak through the screws. Just gonna go straight through the screws. Now, if you're planning to use standard wood, to make the formwork out of, and you want to recover that later, then dude, go buy a lot of tape. You're gonna need it. And once epoxy cures against wood, you're not taking that thing off. If you try to force it, it's gonna come with the food fibers. You're gonna mess up the lumber, literally. So I am planning to remove this edge. I just want like a pure epoxy edge, and hopefully it's gonna be worth it. Right. You know what, I think that's about it, honestly. I do need to do one more layer of tape all around the place, but I'm gonna wait for the silicone to nicely cure up first. I think it's gonna work. Hopefully, I mean. Yep. Actually, my first epoxy project, I did like a little table. And actually, the thing is right over here. And this is my first epoxy project I ever did. And the situation with that project was pretty similar to this, what we're doing right now. So I made like a little formwork around the table. Same story. I used silicone, tape, everything. Poured the epoxy. Everything looked good. Came back the next day and well, Supermom's carpet was kind of screwed because it leaked out from somewhere. So yeah, Supermom's carpet turned into a waterproof boat. So that was not a very good day. But no, hopefully nothing will leak through this mess. I mean, should be pretty good. At least I don't think you can really seal it up any better. I mean, everything's flat. All the caps got silicone plus tape. Plus I'm gonna do at least one more layer of tape. And I guess we just got to pray that nothing goes wrong, because you can kind of pour all the epoxy, everything looks good, okay? And then you go to bed, come back, and the countertop is not up there, but it's rather down there on the floor. So that's not gonna be very useful situation, honestly. Definitely don't want that to happen, right? That would be a mess. Oh yeah, the corners. I figured maybe like 90 degrees is boring. Maybe that works a bit better. I did account for the stove to move that way about this much. So it should nicely line up with the stove. Plus line up with that guy over here. So I think it's fine. Should look a bit better, hopefully. Honestly, I'm not really sure about this. Maybe I'm gonna remove this. Not really sure at the moment. It looks like a good idea. Maybe it's not. But now let's go prepare the blank now. And while that thing cures, I gotta pick the lucky one. I think I only need the one. To be honest, this piece is pretty interesting. I think it's kind of... I didn't need a lot there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put any wood on this side. Perhaps, maybe something else. No, I did buy like 3 bags of some decorative rock. So this is like a random grain, I guess. There's a lot of different colors in the bag. I figured I'm gonna fill the caps with that. Might look cool. And technically this would work, but there's like a lot of rot here. Not sure about that. Might not look nice. Wow, this is actually pretty not heavy at all. Very dry lumber. I like the end, you know, the grain here. There used to be a huge branch in this area. That might look pretty good once you clean it up. This is a potential candidate, but I'm not really sure. Let's keep looking. Maybe there's something better. Nope. I like the end, but kind of rot. Ooh. This looks pretty cool. Slippery bastard. Dude, I think this is it. Super wide. A lot of cool stuff on it. Okay, that's crap. Crap. Super crap. Now I don't need to get it like mega flat. I'm actually planning to submerge it inside epoxy completely. So it's gonna be sealed. I want the topmost layer to be epoxy, not wood, so it's easier to clean. Wood will deteriorate with time, right? Epoxy will not do that business. I think this is okay. I mean, I need to cut it in half from there, and then that piece can potentially go on the other side. There is a little bit of rot on this end though, but maybe we can leave it on the... No on parem seal olla nüüd, peder... Yeah, I can technically cut it off from there and still have enough. Cut most of the rod off, but I'm gonna flatten the entire piece and then decide later which I'm gonna cut off. And I really like this end. This looks pretty nice. But the plank is warped somewhat. It's not... But it's not that burst. Yeah, I do have a lot of thickness here that can flatten away. But I'm guessing like half of it will just disappear once I'm finished. It's gonna be a very messy and sawdust rich project. And it's gonna take a lot of time. But I think it's worth it. Should be really cool by the end of the video. Oh, by the way guys, I got a little tip for you. If you plan to use like green lumber, or not green, I mean lumber for your projects indoors, then I would recommend to take the piece you want to work with indoors for at least, I don't know, like half a year. You want that thing to like stabilize with the indoor moisture content and temperature technically. And once it achieves that, you know, then it won't change anymore. Unless your, I don't know, building's roof disappears and you get a lot of rain inside the living room, then you're screwed. But if the moisture content does not change and the temperature is roughly the same, then the wood will remain stable forever. You don't have to worry about the lumber like cracking or warping or anything like that. The lumber will remain stable until there's a change in moisture. So usually when I do like epoxy projects that also involve wood, I usually take the pieces I want to work with indoors. Obviously, this time I took a bit too much, so that's, I don't know, gonna go back to the attic somewhere. But you know, that's not important. At least I got some options to choose from. I mean, if you're doing like a small project, then it's not really a problem. Just remember to take the bark off, because there might be bugs under the bark and you don't want to bring those into the living quarters. But no, other than that, I think it's a pretty solid bet. Just bring the piece in with you, let it settle, let it be ready for the project. But enough of tips. Let's get to work. Now let's flatten this piece, sand all the sides. I'm not gonna cut the sides. I'm gonna keep them as they are. A bit more natural, I guess. Yeah, let's get this guy ready, then we can do the boring job. Now guys, in order to flatten that huge blank without buying, I know, a multi-trillion-dollar planing factory, and instead of that, you can do something very simple and cheap. All you really need is that piece. A decently powerful router and a couple of guides to ride on. In addition to that, you also need a bit like this. It's called a countertop trim, 6 wings. Here's the part number or something over there. Now, usually bits like this are not included in a set. If you buy like a bit set, I guess, and we need to buy this individually. Now this for me cost $70, but this was several years ago. It's probably more now. However, they do last for a really long time, as long as you don't hit steel. Yeah, so we better not hit that. And trust me, I would use wood, but I don't have anything that's very straight at the moment. Yeah, how this is gonna work, it's actually pretty simple. I'm pretty sure most of you already know. But for those who don't, then the plank will stay in the center there. I'm gonna try to level it as best as I can. And then fire up the router will travel inside the box, go over the entire piece, probably multiple times. The goal is to get one side flat, then we can flip it, and then we can do the other side flat as well. And this setup just works, I guess. It doesn't require a lot. You just need like a relatively flat work table, I guess. A couple of guides, the box, and the router. Oh, and the tip as well. I mean bit, not tip. But like I already said, I would prefer to use wooden guides. However, I don't have any at the moment. So steel will work as well. Basically, you just want to make sure that the thing doesn't wobble, because then everything is gonna get messed up. You want the thing to sit as flat as possible. The other side doesn't matter that much. As you can see, this side wobbles a lot more, so we're gonna start on that side instead. Just gonna put some wedges to stabilize the thing so it wouldn't wobble. need to take the box up a bit. Hallelujah. Now we can set the depth either two ways, with the router itself, or we can lower the guides lower. The router also goes pretty deep. I mean, not much. I think I'm gonna start off with from somewhere. I know, somewhere there. I need to actually make my new woodworking workshop. It needs to be heated, man. This is just crap. Plus this guy is blowing like extremely cold air all around, including my hands. Plus I think I started from too high. Yeah, definitely. Kurat küll!
This is far, far my favorite view this winter. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna have a lot of sawdust by the end of the journey though. Now these little lines, you see, that's not a big deal. Those will sand out very easily. So don't worry about those if you get those as well.
Okay, well, I would say that takes care of one side. And I think it looks pretty good. It's super flat on one side now. And like I already explained, the lines are not really important. I mean, you can kind of sand them away very easily. It's just very minimal. I'm assuming the burn marks are because of this is hardwood, and you can't really adjust the speed on that thing, so like maximum speed. And instead of cutting, it's just kind of burning on some spots. Yeah, the trim bit has carbide teeth on the thing, so it can manage, it can deal with the heat. That's not a problem. It's not gonna ruin the bit. But you know, once you finish one side, then it's very easy. Just kind of flip the thing around and repeat the same process. You can just kind of flatten the other side, or you can keep trimming layer by layer until you reach your desired blank thickness. Now I did a couple of mistakes, guys. I'm gonna quickly point them out. Basically, when you start off with the thing, then try to find like the highest area of the blank and then go slightly lower than that. I kind of, I don't know, chose a random spot and then plowed into the blank too high. I mean, I was too low. I had to reset, and in the end it didn't matter because I did end up going all the way down there. So it did trim out, so to speak. But the second problem I did was I did not secure the guides down. So while I was trimming, something happened. So yeah, try to avoid those mistakes. Kind of stupid.
Stop sleeping on the job. Wait, man. I think I'm almost there. I'm gonna do one more bath. Selection plentiful. Nüüd juhtus. Kaabel putsi, ma panen põlema. Vittu õige. This crap is gonna take forever. Yeah, this fence doesn't have time for whatever. Oh, one thing's for sure.
And the orbital what's his face would definitely not get you to orbit.
But guys, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah.
Looks pretty neat, honestly. Got like a lot of different wood everywhere.
It looks like we got some spalting going on, so this piece definitely got some moisture at some point. There as well. There. That's a solid branch. The branch. I think I'm not gonna scrape this out. I'm gonna leave this in. Epoxy should nicely glue all that crap together. Plus, I'm not gonna sand the other side or the corners. I'm gonna leave everything natural, I guess. And for example, we got a couple of defects there. And I'm gonna leave them in. I know, kind of weird, but these are the Yanmar bucket thumb prints. Basically, this is the area where I picked up the log with the Yanmar. So that's like a bunch of memories. Over there. Don't want to destroy those. And yeah, I mean the sides are gonna be with rocks anyway, so you can probably make a lot of that. And I'm gonna cut it up. I need two pieces. One will be
59 centimeters and the other one needs to be 80. So basically I'm gonna like cut this much off. I don't need that part, which is also good because there's like a little hill downwards over there which I was unable to trim out, and a lot of rot on this end. But yeah, I think this piece is gonna look really great once we pour some glass on it. Kus asub nüüd sul see lint raisk? Kus kurat kasutasid? Ma ei tea, juba panid, just tõmbasin joone, kuhu sa panid selle, ma ei tea. 2 sekundit läheb mööda, sa ei mäleta munnigi enam. Täitsa perses. Mis kuradi numbrid siin on, ma ei saa aru. Intsid või? Kuradi nina, mine perse, mida sa kused siin? Perse, sellest ei saa midagi. Mingit normaalset linti ka siin on või? Ma ei saa üldse aru. No sa ilastasid siia mingit jama peale, see tuleb puhtasti nühkida sulle. Kuradi ninast tilgub mingit kuradi betooni välja ja siis on kõik töö rikutud. No. I hope this thing is not going to break in hell. Oh, the man, it broke in hell. But whatever. It's not a big deal. It's just like Agent Smith said. It's inevitable. Crap will happen. Piss off, Smith. You died. Oh man. And somehow we converted a really nice plank into 3 pieces of flat firewood. What a mess. But maybe it's fine. Maybe firewood is exactly what we need. I want to have like a small cap on this side, so that's gonna get filled. But everything else is I think this is gonna work out pretty good. Pack everything as tight as I can. And most likely the most amount of epoxy will go into the rocks itself, and I may not have enough. Hopefully that's not the case, but if I don't, then I can continue pouring later as well, right? I mean, the first layer will cure and then I can do like a new coat on top. There shouldn't be a problem with that. Pretty sure we don't have cold joints in epoxy like we do in concrete. It should not be the case. I also have to make sure that I don't put anything above the wood, because I'm gonna get like only 5 millimeters of epoxy on top, and we don't want any of the rock sticking out now, do we? Check it out, guys. This rock contains iron. Wow, that's pretty cool. There's a rock and it contains iron. It's magnetically attractive. Look at that. Very good, even. That's pretty cool. Technically speaking, we can go weld that thing onto something, right? And pretty strong magnet as well. Look at that. I haven't seen that before. One more thing, guys, before we can start pouring. I think I need to support the front end a bit. Maybe it's gonna sag down. I mean, it already has like sagged down a bit. I mean, that doesn't function as intended. Maybe I'll add like a little support leg here. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Do we have enough epoxy to actually finish this pour? And honestly, I wouldn't even know how to calculate the volume that we would require here. Dude, that is just some wild wizard level math right over there. But you know, we can try. I mean, we know that we have, in order to fill the gaps with rocks, we needed 25 kilos of rock. How much is that in volume? Small gravel in cubic meters. 25 kilograms of small gravel is a very small amount, roughly 0.015 cubic meters. We need to get like a rough estimate, I guess. 0.005 cubic meters. And the gravel took away minus 0.0015. So we need 0.0035. So that's like 40 liters. What? I think. Wait a minute. 0.0035. 35 liters, man. No, if this is correct, then I'm kind of definitely screwed. And I don't have enough. Actually, 35 liters seems pretty accurate, honestly. I mean, I only have 15 at the moment, so we can pour the base, I guess. Make some soup. And for this part, don't forget the safety stuff. Gloves, respirator, and something to protect your eyes. I'm ready. The soup is almost ready. Hold your pants on. And just in case, I'm gonna put like a quick line here as well. And hopefully we don't need that extra barrier, but if we do, then it's gonna save the day. Actually, I wanted to do that before, but I kind of forgot. Dude, I think we're gonna make it, actually. For once, bad math paid off. Mis siin juhtunud on? Miks see üles tõuseb? Dude, why are the blanks up? Look at that, the epoxy literally pushed all the blanks up. Dude, I've never seen that happen before. Why?
It's too higher than it needs to be. What the hell? Why did that happen? I haven't had this issue before. Why this end is sitting higher now? Why? I think some of the rocks got under the thing. Yeah, I definitely need a freaking washer in the thing right now, bro. Piss off. If I would have known this would happen, I would have done it before already. I've done plenty of epoxy projects in the past, never seen this before. All the boots rised up. Not unlike the Titanic. Come on, baby, go! Okay, I think that's salvageable actually. Maybe we got lucky here. You get these tiny little air bubbles on top of the epoxy, and like I said, sometimes they do dissipate on their own, but this is a lot faster. And you need to do this like not once, actually a lot of times. Just get rid of those bubbles because they will keep forming. And we got this like tiny holes where the epoxy is still going to. As you can see, new bubbles are forming like that. This is not easy work, and I usually mess something up. Look how porous this blank is. It's just taking in from everywhere. All those bubbles indicate like a leak spot where the epoxy is leaking into the wood. There's a lot of them, and I hope nothing leaks out. I mean, so far everything looks pretty okay. Now I probably need to buy actually more, because even if I like blow torch here for I don't know a couple of hours, I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna get some bubbles somewhere, and doing another top coat, for example, will clear everything out. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this just with one pour. This requires a lot of patience. Oh, by the way, guys, I got one more little tip for you. Don't throw these away immediately. Just put them upside down and then wait, because there's still quite a bit of epoxy in there.
And I think it's safe to say that things went to complete foobar. I mean, it ain't all that bad, but at the same time, it's pretty bad. Like a lot of defects appeared out of everywhere. And it looks like a bunch of foam or millions of little bubbles that did not dissipate anymore. What a mess. This ended up being quite the catastrophe. And actually, I spent like several hours here yesterday. I think like 3 at least. I was just constantly fighting the bubbles. They were forming faster than I could blow them away. Especially on this side. But instead of bubbles, I had a bunch of foam. And I'm not really sure if it's actually foam or it's just very tiny little bubbles, and they were just constantly forming non-stop. Even if I went over it with the hot air gun, they just came back immediately. It looks very nasty. Plus, there's a lot of unevenness going on, because as the air rised up, it pushed the epoxy up as well, but it did not burst the bubble. That just kind of hardened, and now I have a lot of bumps in this area. Now, all in all, I think I did about 3 hours of just hot air gunning in the area, and I was just constantly fighting with the air bubbles. They were just forming so fast, and so many. But now I'm pretty sure if I did not do that, then it would have been a lot worse than it ended up being. And surprisingly, no issues on the rock areas. None whatsoever. I mean, we do have like some bubbles inside. Like for example, right over there. But I'm guessing that's because the rocks didn't really absorb much of anything. It's just kind of, they're already pretty dense, right? So they don't suck anything in. You can't say the same for the wood. I mean, look at that. It's like millions of little bubbles coming up from there on the end. About the foamy bubbles though, that's kind of weird as well. You know, because on this side, we got these tiny foamy bubbles, you know, forming all over the place. But on this side, the other side, completely different story. Very minimal foam. However, I guess these are like impact craters, something that you see on a moon. There's like the little things all over the place. And this happened because as the air bubble was coming up and it burst on the surface, then all of a sudden the epoxy was hard enough so the area did not collapse in anymore, and thus leaving behind like a little crater. Plus we have a lot of bumps here as well. It's like a lot of these tiny crater-like holes all over the place. There's something here also. But at least the rock area came out pretty good. I really like that. It's still a mess though. Oh, by the way, I did end up having a little bit of epoxy left over, so I just kind of smacked it on the ground there. Not good as well. Now, that ended up being a mess also, but that's manageable. We can fix that. However, this mess, we need to fix this as well, obviously. I mean, we can't leave it like this, right? I mean, I make mistakes all the time and then I live with them. I mean, like, I'm the type of person who's like, whatever, bro, that's good enough for me. Let's go do the next thing. I'm not really picky about, you know, quality stuff. Never been, and I will never be like that as well. I don't really care. But this is not even good enough for me, actually. So I do have a plan, and that plan is relatively simple. Technically, we need to do things. We need to sand it and also reapply another coat of epoxy. I think that's gonna get rid of most of the defects. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can fix this side without any defects whatsoever, because all the bubbles are on the surface. We just need to sand everything smooth, and the new coat will fill all the craters. I mean, here we have like a couple of really nice little voids over there. Like epoxy went somewhere and then everything froze. But then on this side, I'm kind of skeptical. Maybe, now if the bubbly foam crap is on the top, then it's not a problem. We can sand that flat, reapply, and it should fix the issue. However, I don't think they're on the top. I think it's, yeah, it's not on the top. It's kind of all over the place. It's up to the boot itself. So probably can't get rid of this. That's gonna remain in there, but as long as I can get the thing smooth, then I'm happy with it. Right now it's very bumpy and definitely don't want that here. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this mess up right now. No, I was planning to finish the entire kitchen in this video, but it's just not worth it. I think currently we're already like 3 hours in, and I still have quite a bit of left that I need to do. Let's pick this up in the next video, right? You know, the issue is that when I want to finish something in a single video and the video starts to get long, then I start rushing things, you know. Maybe this is the result right here. Probably like overlook something, I don't know. Usually if I rush stuff, then everything goes to hell and the result is not worth it. So I'm gonna wait 2-3 days. I'm gonna let the top cure up nicely. Then my new epoxy should arrive and we can start sanding this thing down and finish everything else. So, bye. Auf Wiedersehen.